Salty the Gamescast.
We're going. Didn't know we're going, but all right.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Fuck it. This is episode 157. My name is Nick Naylor. I'm senior in hours. Jared, welcome to the show.
Hello. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you, Nick. I'm very tired. The sun sucked it out of me.
Really?
That or the beers that we drank while playing golf today sucked it out of me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this is like I guess this will be the third time that I've had drinks today because we played some golf in the heat. We should maybe try to go a little earlier. And then so I had a few beers, and then we drove and had lunch, and then had a few beers.
Yeah.
And then had a few hour break. And
now we're
back
here
on the fucking horse, and here we are. But hey, golf was fun, except I forgot my fucking shorts, so I played in jeans. And I gotta tell you, I don't know what the trends are doing, and if that's something that people are thinking about bringing back for golf, but I don't think that's a good idea at all. I was real swampy. just fucking like, it's not. I wouldn't recommend playing golf in jeans.
No. It limits your mobility. You got the swass going, and it's all bad. It was the only positive from the whole situation is it was fucking hilarious. Me and the other guy we went and played with were hitting balls, and off in the distance over the horizon, here comes Nick, and he looks kind of bummed, and I'm like, golf pants was my initial thought, and I was like, golf pants? Why wouldn't you wear shorts? Golf pants are for like fall golf, not mid-summer golf. And you slowly got closer and closer, and I was like, those aren't golf pants. Those are some fucking denim pants, man. So yes, very, very funny. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that.
Not ideal, but
you made it work, man.
Listen, you just deal with it and you move forward. But so we're back. I think it's a winner. I've made this quite a few times at this point. This cocktail is called the Silver Fox. It's a gin cocktail. So we're doing
gin.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can't really taste the gin.
Yeah.
Basically, and orgeat. So I don't know if this is still a tiki drink. I don't think so. But gin, orgeat, lemon, and then you float amaretto over the top. And I'm a big fan of amaretto, so this thing, I like it. And there's an egg white in there, so it's a little thick.
Yeah, it's really good. I can't really pinpoint the flavor profile here. It's kind of its own thing, which is a good thing, right? It's nice. It's a little bit citrusy,
definitely
a little sweet.
Definitely something you could have while golfing in jeans out in the heat. You could fucking
you got to deal with the egg whites, you know.
Yeah, so you would. I guess you're not mobile, but you could have it on your porch.
Sure. Yeah.
And
no, it's really good. It's super fucking good. I will keep an eye out. Sometimes you make something and I'm like, it's good, but would I order this if I was out having a drink or whatever?
Yeah, I'd order this.
Yeah,
I might be disappointed if they don't make it right, but I would order it.
Yeah, no, definitely solid. The hits keep on coming from Nick Naylor.
Making a lot of cocktails over here. I just got enough of the I guess the mixers, and so now I kind of have a pretty wide range. Like I can just sit down and be like, let's find a new fucking cocktail, and there's a good chance I'm gonna have what I need, which is great.
Yeah,
and you got to work through that stuff anyway. And working through my wife's gin collection, that's a plus because I'm running out of room for whiskey. So every bottle of gin I finish is a huge win.
Does she have a big collection of gin?
Not anymore. You and I have been working on it. We finished. My brother-in-law was over. We finished a bottle, and we're working on this other one, and it's getting close. She doesn't drink gin, so basically what happened is like maybe 4 years ago, that in short order she just got like 5 or 6 different bottles because gin kind of has quite a decent amount of variety. But then, like she would maybe make a martini like once a year, and you're never gonna get these bottles taken care of doing that. So they just sit there and take up space, and like I'm over here trying to deal with this whiskey collection, and we got to clean out the stuff that's not moving.
Yeah,
basically.
Yep.
So It's all good. I'm not happy about the whiskey situation in my house, and I'm trying to figure out how to have a better whiskey cabinet, but I don't have space.
I mean, you can say that, but we all know that you're just trying to make room for all of the different flavors of 99 whatever.
That's
So
true.
you can have
There's
the
like
full
that.
gamut of 99 products.
There's a few more. I think there's a lot. Like when I was looking, I think there's like 6 or 7 different types of that fucking thing, and it's a good shit. But I don't know,
There's a few more.
it's I don't know. I was debating like putting more shelves in here, but then I'm like, it sucks to come out here to have to get bottles, so it's I don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
I understand that for sure. I think that you've got a good kind of dynamic with the bottles that you do have out here. Um, so it's not bad, but you know,
Hmm.
you'd like it centralized,
It's yeah,
ideally.
it's an issue that'll probably never be solved, but that's all right. There was a Nintendo Direct, like a what do they call it? A partner direct, essentially. So it's just like they're just putting on a show for third party guys,
Right. But it
which
was like
is
explicitly like supposed to be Switch 2 related, right? So that
sure.
people got excited about that.
And well, really, what people got excited about is there's just so many rumblings about fucking Silk Song. So the subreddit immediately, the people were just like, it's happening. At the same time, I think they'd said there's a playable demo at is it Gamescom?
Yeah.
Is that next week or?
I don't know when it is, but Microsoft came out and said that Silksong will be playable at that show.
So immediately people are just like, oh, it's going to be here. It makes sense. I think it was originally announced at a Nintendo Direct. I believe that's a true statement. And then it didn't fucking show. this game. I don't understand their marketing or just I guess they just don't have to care. Like they don't, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silksong is going to sell a billion copies no matter what. And then if it's not good, the next one they'd have a problem. So they don't fucking have to do anything for this thing. But man, people are getting excited. I'm getting excited. I'm ready to fucking play this thing. And I think that I would be shocked if we haven't played it in like 60 days. I think they already said, well, when they announced that Xbox ROG thing,
Yeah.
they said someone said that Silksong would be out when that thing came out.
Yeah, that I don't know. Was that like somebody at Microsoft or was
yes, it was not Team Cherry.
Well, no, I was just saying because they used like there was a icon like on a home screen of Silksong on the console when they were showing it off. And I was just wondering if like crazy people made that leap. They're like, oh, it's gonna be
maybe
day and date, you know, whatever it is. I mean, look, I want it as much as anybody else that's a fan of the first game. I absolutely want to play that game. It's been long enough.
Since the life of this podcast.
Yeah.
The early shows before we released them, we might have released them as a short, maybe, but when we were just figuring out how to record and how to talk into mics and the dynamic, we did a Hollow Knight show because we'd all just played Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, but like it's gonna happen. Just fucking wait. I think realistically it's maybe winter. Maybe. I think it comes out this year for sure. But I don't know about 60 days from now. I would love that. That'd be sweet because there really isn't a ton of stuff that I'm super excited about, you know, in the
August doesn't look good.
Yeah, we got the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake, which I will check out. That's like, about it.
I looked at a list a little earlier today, and that was the only thing I was like, I want to play that. And the only other even notable thing is that Gears is going to PlayStation. Like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, cool. I don't know if anyone cares about that, to be honest. Good. Seems kind of weird, but
yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be slow for sure, but that's okay. I mean, I need some time to catch up on some stuff. I fucking had to stop playing goddamn Death Stranding to play what we're talking about today, and it's hurt me inside because I'm like 100 and some odd hours into that game. It's like such a large time investment just to be like, I'm not going to finish it. I got to go back and finish it. But I have a hard time doing that when I go to something else, you know?
You got to be getting close.
No, I'm not. I'm not close.
Oh my God.
I'm in chapter 9 of 16. There's just, yeah. Anyways, we don't need to get into it.
You sure?
Well, I mean, maybe the latter chapters are like really quick. There are some
Sure.
chapters in the game that are very fast, maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes of like
Mm,
story and some big event, and then you go to a next chapter. Maybe they're just gonna rapid fire them off, but
sure.
yeah.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at. I've got to be pretty close because I've pretty much mapped out all of Australia. There's like a little bit like Sydney, where Sydney is at, that isn't mapped out.
That's why I was just wondering if maybe it doesn't matter that you're not far into the chapters because you're just gonna run out of the other shit to do. Maybe.
Well, but all of those things are like directly connected to the story, right?
Mm.
Like when you make like a big push into other parts of the map, it's all related to the story. So
Sure.
like, I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pissed. I'm pissed because I'm like, God damn, I put so much time into this. It's maybe a little long in the tooth, or maybe the way I play it is just wrong, fundamentally wrong.
Sure. Maybe a little bit of both. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, well, we've both been playing Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Game got really good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good fucking game. That thing is a video game. Like, it is a video game.
Sure.
We talk about a lot of games that are like experiences and things, and this is just a fucking like destructible environment video game that is very satisfying to play, and I'm having a very good time playing through it with my daughter. She absolutely loves the thing, and it's asking nonstop.
I absolutely love it too. I think it's fantastic. And while we have seen, video games that have implemented, destructible environments, obviously, I think that this thing does it in a way that I have maybe never seen in a game. Really, there are very few limitations in terms of what you can destroy and what you can't destroy. And yeah, you can kind of go down the rabbit hole of like just beating the shit out of things to get gold out of the walls, or treasure chests that are going to help you find collectibles in the environment. And when I'm done with certain environments, I'm like, oh my God, they are just like destroyed. And one of the best things about it is like big, like critical infrastructure in the game. If you like fast travel or leave or go to a different layer, because you're like in the game, you're like going underground progressively. As the game progresses, you're going deeper and deeper into underground. But like areas that are not super like story critical, they just stay destroyed. So you're just like, hey, I was down here fucking an hour ago, and I remember when I beat the shit out of this thing, and look at it, it's still destroyed.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a very interesting mechanic that has not run out of steam for me. I'm pretty far into the game. I'm missing one like transformation at this point in time. We'll get into that, but yeah, so I'm pretty deep underground at this point in time. I've seen a lot of the game, and I'm pretty fucking I am very high on this thing, man. It is something else.
It should be noted that this is not, you are not in a cave. You are going deeper and deeper, but they are not really adhering to any cave-like properties. Like you jump down this huge pipe thing and go all the way down to the next layer, and then you have like sky above you, and which I appreciate. I mean, it's all new and unique, I guess. They have quite a pretty good variety of levels as you go down.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'm super far. We've played it quite a bit, but I don't think I'm anything crazy.
How many transformations do you have?
I don't fucking know.
So you get the first one, which is like just like beefier Donkey Kong.
Yep.
Do you have the zebra?
No.
Okay, you're not very far though.
Fuck. Okay. The zebra.
Yeah, he sucks. The zebra is the worst of all of the transformations. Well, I haven't seen the last one, but all of them are particularly useful. The zebra, once you get it, you're like, once you get out of the environment where the zebra is required to progress, you're like, I'm not fucking using zebra again. But yeah, it's just a ton of fun, man. Like like you said, it's a video game. They ran with a hook here And that just elevates everything. Like if you didn't have the destructible environments, you'd probably, or the ability to just destroy anything in your path, you'd probably be like, this is still good, but it's missing something, I feel like. But the way that they implement it, the further you get in, is very interesting as well. In terms of the animal transformation. So as you go through the story, you're with Pauline from Super Mario Odyssey, a baby Pauline or a young Pauline. You don't really know what's going on with her until you get further in. But there are reasons why she's there, and they do a pretty good job of explaining it. Like we were talking about before, people have definitely been pretty high on the story. It's, I mean, it's not like what I'm looking for in a story, just for being like a 35-year-old man, but for like a more Disney centric style story that kids can really enjoy. I think that it's fantastic. Like it's really good.
Entertaining enough.
100%. The game also looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Whether you're playing handheld, I think it looks fantastic in handheld mode on when we're talking about this thing, but on the TV too. I mean, the color, the saturation of color, it just pops. You can change DK's color, his fur color. That's like a big thing in the game, and there's tons of different options. You can play dress up with Pauline and Donkey Kong, and
there's outfits that give you some boosts to different things. Nothing crazy that I've seen.
No.
But it all is like fine. It's not enough. Like I'm playing with my daughter, so it's really whatever she wants to look like. And that's just what we're doing.
Yeah. Pauline is just like obnoxiously adorable as well. Just the way that they animated her. And she's she's obviously a younger version of herself from like Odyssey, where in Odyssey she was just like really confident singer and was singing all the time, and like in the story here she's like a very nervous, worried about her ability to sing, so she doesn't want to sing in front of people until you get to one of the elders that give you a transformation to another animal, and then she's like, I gotta fucking sing, and it's like it's a pretty adorable thing. It's really good. I have really enjoyed it, and I think that one of the big, I don't want to necessarily say a criticism of it because that's maybe a stretch, but if you look at Donkey Kong games historically, they've been fairly challenging experiences. Like the country games in particular, fucking balls to the wall difficult. You know what I mean?
Tropical Freeze, we tried this year to play it, and even with like Donkey Kong, which is like easy mode, it still wasn't like she couldn't play it like she can this. It wasn't fun for her to do it because it was just a little too tricky to do.
Right. Well, the further you get, the harder it gets. And so I think that there's a pretty good difficulty curve here for people that don't have children like myself that are just sitting in their basement by themselves. It gets pretty tough. Like there's some stuff that I've done in this game where I'm like, oh God, dude, like this is
like challenges or
challenge, not the main stuff. The main stuff's been pretty easy so far, but challenges for sure are tough. And there's a lot of them, it kind of follows this is the whole thing that has been like in my brain on repeat in my dreams. The banana fucking line is just absolute pure gold.
A lot of fucking bananas in this game.
There's a lot of bananas. You go and you find these crystallized bananas and you destroy them, as like everything else in this game. And then once you get, I think it's like 6 bananas, then you get a skill point for a skill tree that the game has where you can upgrade your abilities and things like that.
Nothing crazy. It's pretty run of the mill.
It's a basic thing,
skill tree, but it's fun and it helps you get a little better.
If you're like a completionist like me, an environment will generally have around 60 to 75 bananas to find. It's a lot of fucking bananas. And some of them are just like hidden in the environment. And you've got this like ground pound sonar thing that allows you to kind of see through walls and see what's behind you and in front of you. And you can, or below you for that matter, in this case, you could track them down that way. But there's also bananas that are attached to challenges. And they're basically like shrines, more or less.
Yeah.
You go and do a challenge. And then some of them are singular bananas as a reward. Other ones are 3 bananas as a reward. And they're all good. Like there's a lot of unique ideas that they kind of came up with to kind of make it feel fresh. And that's where you get a lot of challenge. There's also uh genre bending where you get these old school Donkey Kong Country in challenges
Mhm.
where it goes to from the side and it plays basically like an older school Donkey Kong game, which are fantastic. They are excellent in the way that they are done.
It's not all that surprising, being that this was made by the Odyssey team, and there was plenty of that shit in Odyssey as well,
Mhm.
of changing perspective and all that stuff. It was fun. They're really a shocking amount, like almost too many bananas. I feel like there's just fucking bananas everywhere in this fucking joint, and
Yeah, but they're all attached to like a satisfying thing,
for sure.
right?
And well, and it has an upgrade path, so there's an actual reason
Yeah.
to get some of those. And some of those challenges have kind of hard to find bananas that have multiple ones. The combat ones are fucking easy, and the combat in this game so far is super fucking. It's not why you're here. It's not. I mean, you're here to smash stuff. And the
Yeah.
bosses I've fought are, most of them are dead in 9 seconds,
Yeah.
like a shockingly quick time. You just literally go, and Donkey does this. What's it called when he powers up? Anyway, he like goes super. Is it Super Saiyan? What's that thing?
Super Saiyan.
But basically, like he just loses his fucking mind, and then it's like he goes from being able to break shit to being able to really break shit.
Yeah.
And that's very. It's a good fucking time. You could really get after it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Everything about this thing, I don't really have any negatives to highlight.
The bosses don't have a purpose. Like they like bosses should have mechanics, and they should have mechanics that you have to like come up with, like get through a hurdle or figure something out. And that's largely not here, when the bosses that I've fought are gone so fast.
Well, there are some bosses that throw different things at you the
Have you
further
had
you
one
get
go
into
a
it.
minute though?
Yeah.
Like think about like Astrobot. None of those were crazy hard, but
Mhm.
some of them absolutely had some mechanics, and you had to do some
Yeah.
things, and it took some time. Just every one I've done now, I'm just like, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of that guy, and it's gonna be over.
Yeah, the last one I did, not because it was particularly challenging, but like the boss moves from like in like a bunch of different environments. So you kind of have to chase it around
Mm.
while it's doing different things to you. So it mixes it up fairly nicely from that perspective.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say, oh, well, this is the most dynamic boss fights I've ever seen in a game. But I think that they get better the further you get into it, for sure. The first few hours where you're at, yeah, like I just would like walk up to it, and they've got a health bar. It's like in purple above their head, and you just beat the shit out of them, and then they're dead.
Mhm.
But they mix it up. I mean, I'm still not done with the game, so I can't say completely if it improves. But I have been. That was one thing that I was a little down on with it, was I was like, this is just like, it's fantastic and just full of magic, but like it's also very easy. And so it's nice to see them ramp it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't expect it to be incredibly challenging, but Odyssey had some stuff.
Odyssey had some tough stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
where you're like, okay, this is pretty tough. And so I think it would be doing like Donkey Kong as a whole kind of a disservice, just because of its roots of being a fairly challenging franchise.
mhm.
I don't expect it to ever like reach the levels of like the Country series of just like, this is really fucking hard. But yeah, it would be nice to see a little bit more difficulty. But I think when we're looking at the Switch 2, if you have a Switch 2, you should buy this game. There is no reason why
Oh, yeah.
not to play this game.
I don't know why you got to Switch too if you weren't going to buy like this in Mario Kart. 'Cause
Right.
it's-
It's a great fucking time, and I have just really, really enjoyed myself. I was trying to compare how I felt about Astrobot to this, and there's just something about this. I don't know if it's just that I really like this team's work, and I loved Odyssey, and this is just in a lot of ways a continuation of Odyssey, where I'm like, I might like this more than Astrobot. And that's not to say that Astrobot's bad by any means. It's a fantastic game.
Mhm.
But I think I just think that Nintendo magic is here. And that's really why you go and play a Nintendo game, is because they are just fucking so good at doing these kinds of things and like sucking you into whatever the environment that you're playing in for the most part, right?
And it runs well. I've maybe seen some. I mean, you will see some slowdown when you really do some shit.
Yeah.
But I haven't.
People,
it hasn't taken my attention. I haven't been like, oh my god, like what the fuck.
There's a couple of people that wrote articles about that. Like, we're a month or two into the Switch 2's release or life cycle, and Donkey Kong Bonanza is already pushing the limits of the hardware, and they were like making it as like, oh, it's a gotcha, and it's just like concerning. And I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen a game that has so much going on screen at one time. So the fact that like a little handheld console is keeping up pretty well. I mean, there might be a little bit of stuttering here and there, but I mean, the amount of fucking particle effects and shit that is going on at certain points in time in this game is pretty intense. So it's like,
it's also a weird statement to make in the year 2025. Is it 2025? I think it's
yes,
2025. It is. In that, like, when these new consoles come out, they pretty much push the hardware in short order. Like, because as soon as any of these new consoles come out, like the PCs are still more powerful than them generally. It's not like you're like 9 months in and being like, wow, they've got so much headroom. Like, yeah, maybe a little. Like Sony does some incredible things with their first party stuff, but like all this shit fucking pushes the hardware. What the fuck are they talking about?
It just is more how you utilize the hardware that is in front of you that I think evolves and gets better, right? If you look at, typically when you look at a game early on in a life cycle of a console, it might look great and it might have, you know, a lot of nice things visually. But then you look at games that come out at a latter point of a life cycle. It's just the devs finding ways to work with what they have, and they get better at it, right? And that's going to obviously seem like, you know, they couldn't have done something like this when it first released. And it's like, well, that's not the way it works. They could have, because the hardware is still there. It's just they've gotten better at developing for the hardware that is present, right? That's what it is.
They might have not even had the hardware for half of the development of the fucking thing. So,
well, in the case of Donkey Kong, it's absolutely true. I mean, they were going to release this game on the original Switch. Would have been a huge mistake to do that.
Never would have ran. There's no fucking
but
way.
that was what they wanted to do initially. I do think that you know, it was a pretty lackluster launch for Switch 2. And people are just fucking completely revolting against Mario Kart. People that are Mario Kart fans are not a fan of what's going on in World. They are real mad, Nick.
About I know that they've been real mad about the track selection type stuff and just the general, just the general philosophy of the whole fucking game. How so many of those courses are drive to a course and do a lap.
Well, there was, like, we talked about it when it first came out, there was kind of a loophole to get away from that. If you picked random, then it would give you a better chance. They patched it out. They patched it out. So now that's gone. And then there was a kind of like a patch that no one knew was coming out for the game just this last week that nerfed physics of the carts and the characters in the carts. So like, people that are speedrunning the game, they just made the game slower, basically. And people are fucking pissed. And so they're not doing good things. And in typical Nintendo fashion, they just don't give a shit.
That's what I was going to say is like, I don't know that they'll course correct. I don't think they're like,
this is not a Helldivers 2 situation. We're talking about Nintendo here.
And you're talking about Mario Kart, and like, either way, like there's the hardcore people. I don't know that they care what the hardcore people think about Mario Kart. Like they're going to sell 80 billion copies of this fucking thing. And most of the people don't give a shit that they slowed it down, or they don't care about any of it. Right. They don't even play it that much in a given year.
Yeah.
It's just not that type of game. But, you know, you mentioned kind of a lackluster launch, but I don't know that it's going to end up be seen. I don't think it's going to be seen as a lackluster launch. Or at least if you factor in the whole window, I guess. If you factor in the year. Like at the end of this year, you're going to be able to say, well, they had Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and a new Metroid. Like,
yeah, but what I'm saying that is I think Donkey Kong should have been day and date with the console. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a month away. Like I don't know how much fine tuning that you needed to do on the back end to really like realistically that game was done. And it was
there was
probably
no
done
destruction a month ago.
yeah. No, they patched that in real quick. I'm just saying that like it's a more compelling launch. I'm just talking strictly launch.
Sure.
I'm not saying like we're expanded out to a few months after
Just
launch.
what was there?
Day one? I think that Donkey Kong should have been there, and I think that would have made it feel a little bit more compelling than just like here's Mario Kart, and that's really all you're getting first party wise from Nintendo at launch, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I think this game is fantastic, and I mean, if it continues to, track like it's tracking for me, it's definitely going to be in contention. It's going to be on my game of the year list for sure somewhere. It's that good. And so you got something like that and you wait like a month. It's just like, come on, man, like just fucking put that shit out. Put it out June 5th or whatever it was when the Switch launched. So nothing but good things to say about it, man. It's really good. Go fucking play Donkey Kong Bonanza. You will like it. You'll have a good time.
You probably haven't done the co-op on it.
I haven't. I heard that's not great.
It depends what you want, what sort of madness you want.
Okay.
It's just someone gets to control Pauline, who's on your back, and she just throws words, and the words say, "Yeah, boom, woo." All right, and I thought it was like a bazooka. It's not a bazooka. She just like they just like appear, but there's no cooldown, and they explode. They destroy the environment. So there is no cooldown on how many words you can send. So I'll be trying to like do some shit, and my daughter is just like, yeah, boom, woo, woo. And it's literally just like the whole world is being destroyed, and I kind of appreciate that it's the stupidest fucking thing you've ever seen. You're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, this isn't helpful at all. But every time we do it, we just kind of die laughing. And then she's like, should I stop? And I was like, I don't want to make progress today because I can't fucking do anything. It's funny, and part of what makes it funny is it's not a bazooka, and it's boom.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, why wouldn't you not just give the single player that option to fire off word projectiles?
It's a funny fucking thing.
Another thing, Nintendo, you got to do away with the amiibo support. I get it. Like, you want to sell your stupid little plastic statues.
What does it do in this game?
I don't know, because I don't have amiibos, Nick.
I have one in a package, but I'm not going to open it.
Okay. But like, there's this stupid NPC that's like, do you have any amiibos? And I'm like, no, I don't have any fucking amiibos. I'm not going to give you any amiibos. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what it does for you. I don't know what it gives you. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, you're fucking gating me. You want me to go buy amiibos, Nintendo. I see what you're doing.
Yep. That's exactly what they're doing.
But it's so stupid.
It can't be that good. There's no way.
There's no way. There's no fucking way that it's that good. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucking Nintendo's gonna Nintendo. They're gonna do what they want to do, and it is what it is. But they what can you say? They make good games.
Yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. Before we go to a break, I forgot to bring up during the Nintendo Direct. You didn't watch it?
No,
you didn't. So you haven't seen like the Adventures of Elliot. It's a geez, I thought at first it was Octopath, but it's not. But it looks like it, and it's actually it's an action RPG. It's not turn based.
Okay,
but you just control this one dude, and I think I'm pretty sure it's made by Square, and one of the towns, the name of the town is Philadelphia.
Okay.
And it's fucking, and it came up on the screen, and I thought it was the name of the game, and I was just like, fucking yeah, well, why not? Philadelphia, I'm ready to play it. But even as a town, I was like, is it one guy over there that's trolling us with the names? Like,
yeah, fucking, it's hard out there, man, being a creative and trying to come up with original shit, man.
Like, Are we trying to draw lines to Philadelphia? Is this a Philadelphia RPG? What are we doing here? Like,
I didn't see that at all. So maybe does it look good?
I have a feeling it's not going to be anything special,
Okay.
but it looks pretty good. The voice over for the trailer took me out of it.
Okay.
It sounded like just like some friends of mine doing the voiceover, like something that was a little weird.
Okay.
But I mean, for the initial, I was like, hey, cool. I mean, I'm into this style, this visual style. Like, it looks good. Absolutely. But I don't know. The fact that it's not turn-based actually turns me off of it a little bit. So,
all right.
I don't know. Play it for the town names.
What it's called? What is it called?
Adventures of Elliot.
Adventures of Elliot. Don't love the name. But
you play as Elliot. It's,
okay.
I don't know. It's a new series, but
got it.
We're gonna take a break. We'll come back, talk Suikoden, other stuff. Okay, we're back. The booze fairy came.
The booze fairy.
It's still going. They shipped it to me, so we still have that resource. So that's good. I'd been looking at the bottle for a while. I'd read some reviews about it. It was the Glen Scotia 18, and I wanted it because I have a lot of the Glen Scotia, kind of their core lineup. The only one I'm missing now is the 25 year, which is like $400 or $500 or something. I'm sure they make other stuff outside, but their core lineup. The problem was I just had dinner and I had a very small sampling a couple days ago of it, and I fucking hated it. Like, it had an aftertaste that was really like, I'm not into it. Which just has not happened to me. Like, I like different scotches, but rarely do I buy a bottle of scotch and I'm just like, oh, I hate that. So I didn't have any more of it. And I started to think, and I'm like, maybe my palate was just fucked up because I don't really believe it. My wife tried some today and she was like, hey, I think it's pretty good. I just tried it again, a sip, and I don't taste what it tasted before. So maybe I'm going to keep sipping on it. What do you think of it? You just tried it.
No, it's classic Glen Scotia. I mean, it's good. I think that it's maybe because of the age, you're losing a little bit of what makes a Campbelltown good.
I think that's why my wife likes it, because she hates peat. Mm-hmm. And it's not nearly as peaty as some of the other ones. Like, sure, brought that Victoriana out or something, because that thing's really good and
one of my favorite bottles of all time.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good. It's still there. It's just, I don't know. It's something about the age it gets weird when you get into these like really old distillates. If you're working with something like a Highland or a Speyside, type of thing, when you get older, there isn't those like really aggressive flavors because it's just sweet, like sweet, nice Scotch. But with something like this, that's, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of peat, which is what Campbelltown is known for. It's not. I would have to. I know you got a bottle of 15.
We have the 15 here. We have the double oak here too.
I really like the 15 year.
Yeah.
Victoriana is my favorite, but 15 is really good as well. So it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't be upset to have this bottle.
Sure.
It's good stuff. It's just maybe not as good as some of the younger stuff that they have.
It'll be interesting.
Which is interesting.
It'll actually be, I want to try it next to the 15. Because if there is a big change, that's kind of like,
no, there'll definitely be a big change.
Now they are finished differently. They're not, they're both in oak barrels, but this one's finished in something that I don't remember. It started with like an O, I think.
Oloroso.
Yeah.
Which is a sherry cask.
Okay.
So, and you get that sherry, that sweetness. Typically, sherry finished Scotch is going to be sweeter. Mm-hmm. And this is absolutely more sweet than it is peat.
Yeah. And the 15 does not say that as far as the finishing. So who knows? I'm not mad I have it. I'm going to keep trying it. I think.
How much was that?
115.
Okay.
MSRP is 130. So not too
That's
bad.
not bad at all.
Not when we can't get it in Utah. So I felt pretty good about it. And then I'd read some reviews, and people were they weren't necessarily saying, hey, it's worth this much money, but they were saying like, this is a good bottle. This is a good bottle of Bud Scotia. So,
well, not just Utah. You're not going to just walk into a liquor store in other parts of the country and find this either.
That's true. It's just not their period.
Yeah.
So fun hobby. I love it. I love trying to track these things down and just see it. I wish we had more options here, but
go alcoholism.
Yeah, pretty much. Shoot, I can't remember. I had another topic I was going to talk about.
All right,
but I don't remember.
Let's get into the games then.
That's fine. I've tried to play Suikoden 2 before. I've tried to play it on the Vita.
I think it's pronounced Suikoden, Nick. God damn it. Anyways, sorry to derail.
I just want to play Ninja Gaiden with the rest of us. Leave me alone. No, I had tried to play on the Vita, and I kind of bounced off a little bit. I didn't get very far at all. And then they did this. This is a remaster of both of them, so you get both games. And I think pretty widely, everyone's
no one likes one.
So Suikoden 2 is the one, the one that you want to play. So that's where I went to, and I'm about 13 hours into this thing. And yeah, it has its hooks in me, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to talk about it again, because the main crux of this game, which is, this is, if you don't know, this is like overhead sprite based, like looks really good. Like the art's really, really, really fucking good. Turn based game, but the whole deal is like you end up having your own castle. And then you're recruiting all these people, like a lot of party members that you get to choose from.
Yeah, which you don't like.
And a lot of freedom. And no, I normally do not like it. And that's kind of like, oh, I don't know. We'll see. But so far it's all right. I haven't had a lot of freedom to change my party yet, because I just got the castle. And there's a lot of empty rooms in this thing. So I know there's going to be a lot to talk about on the next show, because like, presumably there's a lot of mechanics of this game that are going to be filled out within this castle, but it took its sweet ass time with the story and the kind of the setup. And I really like it. I think these types of games are a little tough for me to like be like deeply into the story, but I really like it. I like, so far, I think the story is compelling. Characters are good. Voice acting is all good on this. Like I am.
Do you know if they did did voice acting?
I think so.
Okay.
But I'm not positive. And I like it. It's got like it's kind of interesting. You don't find new weapons for any of these people, but you're going to be able to just, presumably whatever weapon you want, you just go find that character.
Mm-hmm.
But you do upgrade your base weapon, and then you are equipment, all that stuff. And then there's a rune system, which is like really not explained. It's really, you equip these runes, and then that's kind of what gives you mana, almost like materia, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not telling you, like, I swear to fucking God, the game does not tell you that like you have a finite amount of spells until you rest. So like when you go out, you don't just start using all your shit. You kind of like bank it a little bit, because you'll just no longer have those spells until you go rest. And you might only have 4 charges, 1 charge of a certain thing. So that's a little weird, but
at least they're not consumable. Like you get to recharge them after they're done.
Which I didn't know, because the game doesn't explain. So I was just like, but I kind of figured it out as I was like looking at all the different things you can do. And there's some interesting things here, especially for the age of this game. There's some unite attacks that different people, if they're in your party, you're going to be able to pretty much every turn if you want. Sometimes they'll be exhausted after one of them, but they will come in and do like double damage, and you and your sister in this game, and you do.
Does your sister want to fuck you?
No, she does not.
Good.
We can. There's some other questionable stuff, but no incest yet.
Good
in the game, so that's great. I'm really happy about it. I'm generally pretty high on it. It's not super difficult yet. Some of the bosses are a little. I'm playing on hard, and like the random encounters which are in this game, I do auto battle. Like auto battle cruise through it, move on.
Which is probably a new feature of this new.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
that it's to try to speed stuff along because you can speed up the battle too.
Yeah.
So I do auto, I do the speed, and just burn through all those, and it won't use your shit. So that would be inconvenient if it was using your consumables. But pretty into it. There is an amusing is not the right word, controversial character. She's like a dancer, and it's her, and I think it's her sister. And the older lady, I mean, maybe she's like 30 or something. But like, this is early in the game. And they're going along with you, and it's like, oh, these guards are like, you can't go. And she goes and fucks them. And then you can go. And it's very clear. It's just very clear that she's just like, well, what if we go over to the tent? And they go over to the tent, and the younger sister's like, I can't believe you would do that. And they come back, and he's like all dazed, and you're just like, all right.
Yeah.
There's that, I guess.
Yeah, I think that there was like some controversy around some like transphobia in the original game too, that I'm pretty sure they like revised whatever dialogue that alluded to that, if I'm not mistaken. I've never played Suikoden. I if I did, I don't remember it, which I think I would. So I got this. I have a physical version of it when it came out, but I just never got around to messing around with it.
I'm pretty sure that you'll be super into it. It's not, I mean, it's a very different game from like a romancing saga that we played, but it's just the same deal. It's just like, it's a fucking good one of those from that time period.
Yeah.
And I'm having a great time. I can't stop. I'm really interested in it. And I don't know. We'll just see how the character unlock goes, because there's 120 of them.
Yeah.
This dude just showed up. He's got a book, and he's like, here's all the people you need to go find. And I'm just like, Jesus. This game does not hold your hand as far as what the fuck you're supposed to do. You don't know. You always can go to the log and look at the conversations you've had, and you have to, because I'll like read it too quick, or then I'll go and equip my guys. And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, what town am I supposed to go to? I just got the castle. No one told me anything to do. They're just like, everyone's walking around, and they're like, this is a nice brick. This is a good castle. Fucking hell yeah. And I'm just like, we just like barely survived. There's no game plan. And then I looked it up, because I was like, am I missing something? Like, there's got to be a cutscene, right? And it's just like, no, you got to just go out to towns and find some people. And I was like, okay, that's fine. This game has, if you put it down and don't come back for a couple weeks, problems written all over it, because you're just going to be
you're not going to remember anything.
If you don't remember exactly where you're supposed to go, you might be wandering around, and there isn't like that character that's sitting back at home and it's just like, hey, did you call your mom? You should go see your mom.
Yeah.
What about your mom? Did you see your mom today? Call her. Right?
It's from a foregone era, man.
It's just not in it. And it hasn't been a problem because the scope, it's not like you have 20 towns to work out. It's just like, but there's a couple of times where I'm just kind of like, I guess I'll go to each one of these things and figure it out and find it. And then like kind of side quest things that there's no markings. You could straight up miss that shit. There's no reason to know to talk to that NPC, and there's a decent amount of these guys. So that's
I don't love any of the things that you're saying.
That's kind of interesting, but I still think that you might enjoy the game.
Well, I absolutely love recruiting a ragtag bunch of characters, and the fact that there's 120 of them. Like, obviously, I'm very aware of Suikoden. A lot of people love it. I just like I missed the boat on the PlayStation 1, and like to get a physical copy of it nowadays is prohibitively expensive. So I just missed the boat. So like there are aspects of it that are compelling to me. So I don't know. I mean, it would just really need to be super, super dead for me to probably go back. I mean, I'm happy to have it in my library of games.
Sure.
But yeah, I got it on the PlayStation 5, which in retrospect, this was before, I mean, it came out before the Switch 2. I mean, Switch 2 is a no-brainer. But yeah, I've got a PlayStation 5 copy, and the prospect of like sitting down on a couch and playing this game, not the worst thing in the world, but you would definitely rather have it on the go, I think.
There is absolutely. I have no interest in playing this up on the TV, but there is a grid based battle, like when you have bigger battles, so it's not just like you out going through dungeons, and it plays. It's an isometric where you have like you're moving your fucking troops around, and it seems fucking terrible, and it's not it's very limited, like it's like barely part of the game, but every time it does it I was just like, why is this here? This is weird. This is a weird, it's not, and maybe they add a bunch more mechanics, but so far it's been very, it's just like you have two little cavalry dudes, you can move one space at a time. It's just like a vehicle to push the story forward, because it's like you're fighting like the Highland Army, which are the big bads in this thing. So it's like just pushing that forward. But I'm just like, this is very weird.
What is it? Remind me, is it turn based or real time?
No, it's turn based.
It's turn based.
Yeah, and it's a little interesting. You select all of your attacks, so all 6 of your party members, and there's a row, there's a back row, front row.
Yeah,
but you're gonna select all of them. If someone's healing, that's probably gonna pop off first, but then they're gonna go off, and sometimes in between some of your attacks, they're gonna attack you. But that's the turn. It's not like one at a time. They do this. Now I choose what to do with this person. It's literally
so
pick what everyone does and push start.
So it's Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that combat system.
I don't have a problem with the combat. I think it's pretty fun so far. It's all good. I'm curious to see how many more weird sexual jokes there is, because it's like you're a kid. I don't know how old you are, 15 or something, and you go into like the main town, and this is like the one of the nice ladies at the bar, and of course she's
like, "Hey, you want to fuck, kid?"
We should close. She literally is just like, "Hey, I like the looks of you. You should come back when you're older, and I'm going to teach you some things."
Oh my god!
And you're just like, "Fucking, like, wait,
that is not okay, lady.
Leave me alone. Like, what are we doing?"
Yeah,
like,
I'm old enough to fucking die in hand-to-hand combat on a battlefield, but sex, no thanks.
So
wait a couple of years.
I don't know, but I do think that the story's legit, and I don't really. There's a big cast of characters. Like, I'm not very far. I mean, I think it's only a 40-hour game or something like that. But like these characters that you're recruiting all have personalities so far. Like, these are not blank slates, every single one of them, and so that's kind of cool. Except the wolf. I guess he doesn't really talk much, but you can have a wolf.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Okay.
I found a collar, and I can't put the collar on anyone. I'm just like, this is probably for the wolf, right? That's check out. Yeah, man, I'm having a good time. I think that's what I'll keep playing as far as mobile, because then the fucking soundtrack fucking hits.
Yeah,
these town beats, I want them on like vinyl. They're awesome.
Yeah, you texted me about town music a while back. You were like, the town music's great. Like, Suikoden.
You hear it a lot. You're in the towns, and there's a lot. It's unique. Like, a lot of the towns have their own. And every time I'm in a new town, I'm just like, oh yeah, absolutely, this is great. So, pretty interested in it. Good game. Having a great time. You sent me a text. I didn't get to play this game, which is a bummer. But you didn't give me enough time. You told me yesterday.
Yeah,
we got to plan ahead with this shit.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries. It's called The King is Watching. What is it?
It's a weird one for sure, but okay. So the best way that I can describe it is just like breaking it down to its brass tacks. So it's a RTS kind. Well, it is. It's absolutely an RTS in certain ways, where you're like, you have process. You want to build something and then build something and build something, which I absolutely hate. I don't like that in games at all. But what this does is, so there's a 5x5 square on the left-hand side of the screen when you're playing the game. And then on the right-hand side of the screen is your king, who is just like, it's kind of funny. There's just like a picture of him, or, well, like, he's like, he moves around and stuff like that. So it's just his face, like a frontal of this king's face.
Portrait.
It's a portrait. Yeah. That's a pretty good description. And then there's a road, and the 5x5 grid is in your castle. and then there's a road outside of the castle. And at the top of the screen, there is like a progression meter, and it slowly ticks by. They measure it by days, but the days go by like within seconds, right? And so, what you're doing is in the 5x5 square, you are creating basically things to create resources at the beginning, right?
Mhm.
So, it'll be like basic stuff like sawmills, mines, these types of things, right?
Farms.
Yes, exactly. And that generates you resources. Um, and the thing that's unique about it is there's like you have your mouse cursor, but then there is like a uh a square inside of this 5x5 grid that you have to highlight the individual boxes for you to actually generate resources. So, for instance, like once you get further into a run in this game, like your resources are not automatically generated. Like you have to have this box highlighting the individual squares. So say I've got like a sawmill and a mine and like a barracks for creating troops.
And you can't highlight all of them. You have to pick and choose.
You have to pick and
And
choose.
is that the game? Is that the resource management there? Right? You're just like,
Yes.
I need more corn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's very fast paced. There are ways to upgrade that box so
Mm,
that you are, which is super fucking satisfying because it starts out fairly small.
sure.
And as you progress through a run, it gets bigger and bigger as you invest resources in it. And towards the end, you can pretty much have like half of your grid
Mm.
active. And,
And
you're
you
just
can
generating resources constantly during that period of time.
and you can freely adjust your grid.
Yes.
As
You
far as
can-
the placement of those
Yeah.
mills within the grid, you can
Yep.
move them around, or you set them
Once you set them, you can destroy them and replace something there again, but they
Sure.
have finite charges. So in the top left corner of the box, it'll be like, okay, this mill is worth 400 resources. And then as you've got it highlighted, you'll just see as your little peasants inside the castle are like harvesting,
Mhm.
you'll see that tick down. So there is a point where it gets destroyed and then you have to place something else there, right?
Oh, it's out. It's empty.
Yeah, yeah. But there are ways to upgrade all of your squares so that you are straight up like you have like a sawmill on steroids where it's like this thing is going to produce wood for me for, it's good for like 5,000 wood. So you have to think about it very strategically of like where I'm going to place it. And
It's gonna last a while.
it's going to last a while.
Yeah.
Yes. And the little cursor inside of the castle, you can rotate it. It kind of looks like the best way to describe it, or at least what it looked like to me, is like kind of like a Tetris shape.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you right click, you can rotate it, and you can also freely move it. So if it's like I want this part of my castle to be activated in this part and not this part, I can just right click and it rotates it so that you are generating resources from these. And then once
Hmm.
you've got enough resources, you can rotate it again, and then you're getting more resources from something else, right?
Talking a lot about resources. What are we fucking doing with them?
Well, you're building better settlements, and then, like I said, at the top of the screen, there is like this. They're indicated by flags on the top of the screen, but the flags slowly get closer and closer to your castle, and when a flag gets close, enemies appear, right?
Got it.
And so the whole goal of the game is to defend the castle walls, and your castle has like health, and you deploy troops in front of the castle, and then they fight and defend the castle while you're constantly generating resources. This is also a roguelike, so the runs are very quick, but you're getting modifiers. You can also modify what enemies are going to come at you. It's Go ahead.
Runs in the you're losing. You're playing until you lose every time.
Yes.
You just keep
Yes.
defending. Oh, I went 12 days or however. it works
Yes.
out.
Yep. Exactly. And then you're getting persistent rewards that you go back to your
Yeah.
castle, you upgrade shit, and then you do it all over again.
So it's extremely my jam.
Dude.
I'm probably gonna love it.
Dude, it's fucking fantastic. I played 6 hours yesterday. I saw I was just on Metacritic and it came out like a couple of weeks ago.
You're just like, what the hell's this?
And it was like in the high 80s, low 90s for most people. Some people were like 100. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And this is not early access. I don't know if they did early access. This is the first time that I've heard about this game, but it's already at 1.0. And there's a lot here. So there's a ton of different kings. So like every king has different modifiers and does different things for you.
Nice.
There's also, and there's like, right now, there's at least like 7 or 8 different kings that you can go and unlock. There's also advisors, and you can have like, I think 3 or 4 advisors on at one time. I have not bought any other advisors besides there was a duck with bifocals, and I was like, yep, that's the one that's going to advise me. But there's a lot of like complexity to this. Like it's a very simplistic process, and I hate RTS. Like I get too nervous about like, what do I place? And that's here to a certain extent. Like the order of operations, I get very nervous about that, and I end up not having a good time. You played Red Faction not Red Faction, but
we did Command and Conquer.
Command and
I don't
Conquer.
remember if it was Red Alert or
it was Red Alert. Yeah, it was the re-release of Red Alert, and everyone just kicked the shit out of me because I'm like, I don't know what to do. And you guys, to be fair, I'd played it for like decades, and I'm like, I suck at this. You guys are like bombing me, and I just have like jeeps and fucking tanks, and you're fucking nuking my settlements.
To be fair, there's no way that any of us do what we were fucking doing. Yes, we played a lot like 2 decades ago.
Well, I never played is the difference, right?
So it's,
but
those games are fun. This sounds like there's no micro level management though. Like in an RTS, yes, you have that order, you're building everything up, but then there is a micromanagement level of battles where you are moving your characters around, attacking certain ones. It sounds like the combat is just
automatic.
Send these fucking these dudes out there and whatever.
Yes, and it gets harder and harder. And what I do like about the combat system here is you can fine tune how easy it is or how hard it is, right? Early on. So you get through like certain sections of a run, and then the screen comes up and it will show you like all the possible enemies that will come at your castle walls. And they all have like associated rewards, right? And you could pick well, I want to take it easy this run because my army is not up to snuff. I'm still using peasants with sickles. I haven't got like archers yet, et cetera, et cetera.
You're like going to get worse rewards.
Yes, you're going to get worse rewards. Or you can say, fuck it. I think that I can get through this. And you literally like, they're at the top of the screen and you click and drag them into like a slot. And then it's like wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Right.
Nice.
And you can pick how easy or how hard you want it to be for you. And at first I was like really scared. So I was just like picking base level. But now that I've played almost 10 hours of it in a day, I was like, well, let's fucking get it going and let's make it really difficult. And there's a lot of fun to be had there because, you know, you get really good rewards for your, and I also should say, like, your settlements are finite. So you set them down, and once they're gone, they're gone. You have like a little hopper at the bottom of the screen that shows you all of the potential settlements that you can set up in your grid. But there are certain settlements that you can put that will generate different things for you. There's like I think it's called the World War Table or something like that. And if you've got that box highlighted on it, it will slowly generate squares for you. And they're usually basic squares. So it'll be like, here's a gold mine, here's a clay mine, here's something, you know, for your city.
Sure.
But if you do like harder and harder combat encounters, you get like fucking crazy good settlements and rewards from that, right? Where it'll be like, here are worm riders that will go behind the back lines and kill all of the enemies. Like there's a lot of shit here, and I'm just barely scratching the surface. What I will say is that I think that I found maybe I'm just speaking for myself, maybe an entry point to this like RTS like world,
Sure.
because it's not as, yes, you don't have the complexity of like moving around your troops and your units, but you have all of that resource gathering and generation and creation that people love about that genre of games, but it's like condensed and made a little bit more simple. This thing has just got a lot of very interesting hooks that I've never seen in a game before personally.
Hmm.
And so I think that it would appeal to like diehard fans of RTSs as well, because there's a lot of depth here. But for people like me that are just like more newcomers or don't really like them, there's a lot here for us too. So it shocked me. I just like, I didn't hear it. No one had been talking about it like that I, follow in games media.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are like, dude, this thing is fucking sick. So
like $20-$30.
it's like $16.
Okay.
I mean, it's not super good looking. It's very like, it's like a pixel based,
Sure.
like older school looking game. So it's not, it's not pushing the limits of the 4090 or anything like that.
Sure.
But it doesn't need to. I think it works. Everything here is really satisfying. And I would be shocked if you don't mess around with it and immediately say, oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no. I just kept on going. It was like the one more run thing. I was like, okay, well, I failed at like week 352 and that pisses me off. So let's like try to do better. Right. There is still that, it's very condensed, obviously, but there is still that like, it's all about placing settlements because you have a finite amount of space, but you have to be really strategic about where you put your settlements and how you can reach them very, very quickly.
Sure.
And you can pause the game, but you can't pause you can pause it so you can get up and go somewhere, but there is no like,
you can't
let
do
me
anything.
think about this. Like it's very fast paced. You gotta, and it feels that like when you get your feet under you, understand what's going on. It's like you're looking from one side of the screen to see what's going on, then snapping back to your settlement, and you're constantly like left clicking, moving that cursor inside of your settlement or rotating it very, very quickly so that you're like, okay, I need to generate gold right now. My gold mine is up here. I'm going to move my cursor up here. That's generating gold. I'm good. But I also need to only have it here for a couple of seconds because there's a wave coming and I need to generate a couple of units down here. So I need to move it really, really quickly. It's good. And I haven't played anything like it. It's very unique.
You're just, you got leg in.
I'm dipping my toe.
You've just talked about why people like RTS games, so I don't know what the fucking problem here is. You're literally it's just the scale changes.
Yes,
and this sounds maybe a little simpler in execution and mechanics of it, but absolutely, I love that shit. That shit is really satisfying, especially when you feel like you did a really good one.
You don't. Yes, the runs are super satisfying. Where you're like, I had my game crashed yesterday and I was having the best run that I've had so far in the game, and my game fucking crashed and I was just like, like so angry because you have like bosses, and the game will tell you it's like there's like a handful of bosses. You have this like basically like fortune teller, and she comes up on the screen and she's like, hey, here's the next boss. And I've ran into this one boss a couple of times and he just kicked the shit out of me. And I knew that I was getting that boss on this last run where the game crashed. And I was like, I'm going to get him this fucking time. I've got all these fucking units. Like, you can increase your unit size. You start out at 5 units. And then as the run progresses, like the highest I think I've gotten up to is like 25 or 30 units. So it's just like, but you have to invest resources to grow your army, right? But I went to the encyclopedia as well, which shows you like all the potential options. There's a lot. They've been cooking. There's a lot of shit here where I'm like, I don't even know what this would do for me. So for a person that gets really into this thing, I think there's a lot here. And for $15, you could do much, much worse. So high recommend.
I'll play it. I want to
go check it out. I think you'll be into it for sure.
Sounds like when you showed up talking about Tiny Rogues and I hadn't played it, and then I went and played it and was like, Oh dear. I went back to that game a couple months ago. I think it was good. But I don't have a lot to say. I wanted to talk about Wu Chang. Oh, I assume that's pronounced. But
I think he nailed it just like a person from China would.
it's a Souls like, and I was just like interested in it. I've been kind of craving one of these things, and I bought it. I didn't realize it was on Game Pass, but immediately the reviews are all right. Like we'll say like eights generally, and kind of a little all over. Like some people are really fucking into it, but the reviews that I saw did not talk about technical problems. And then I purchased the game and had a couple hours. I was like, let's do it. And there are or were some pretty serious technical problems that people were throwing Unreal Engine under the bus on this thing, but we have a pretty good rig. I don't have the latest series of graphics cards, but I've had the previous one. Like I literally went and had to like look up what my fucking computer
which is like in the 90th percentile of like what is out there. You ever looked at like the what the average person has, like
you're far lower, right? So like I was playing the game and I was getting good frames and it looks good. It's a pretty game. I like it. But it was just hiccuping, just barely. So the frames are up in the hundreds and then you're running, but every 10 seconds it just goes just barely. But it drove me fucking crazy. Like it absolutely, especially in a game like this, like it drove me fucking crazy. And I was like, okay, well, like it auto went to ultra on everything. So I'm like, let's just fucking throttle this thing. Turned it down a couple levels. I capped the frames at 60. So this thing's just like dead. Like I've got the counter up in the corner. It's like 60. And I was like, surely we've halved what we were doing. And it still fucking did it.
When it was hiccuping, did you see the frames drop?
No.
Gotcha.
They were not moved. So it was not frames. It was something else, right? And it kept doing it. And this game's not easy. I mean, they're like, no shit, it's a Souls. But this one in particular, people have said this is kind of fucking hard. And I was like struggling a little bit. And I was like, I'm trying to learn a new fucking game. And all I can think about is this performance. So I refunded it. And I don't do that very often. Although I should have anyway, because it's on Game Pass. So I still want to go back to it. I'm in the subreddit and I've just been watching and like the complaints about performance are not as prevalent. They have had multiple patches already. So I still want to go and check it out, but I guess to be continued, but that's just like a fucking bummer. Like it just launched not fucking ready. Like it's, and if they fix it within a week or two, it's even more of a bummer. It's just like, well, what the fuck? You were so close. Like what happened? But I don't know. Maybe for the next show, I will go and try to play that if I can get enough time to dive into it. I've been craving it. I've been playing a lot of Lies of P because I've been working on that still, and I'm about done with New Game Plus, so I'll be ready for the DLC and go fuck that crocodile up that's still waiting for me.
Good.
I've leveled up like 30 times, so I'm hoping when I show up next time, I'm going to be like, I've learned some shit. You're not that scary.
Yeah, this Wu Chang thing is just not. It has not grabbed me. I don't know. I maybe it's because of Wukong. Wu Chang, Wukong.
Whoa, there's three, right? There's a meme about it because there's the one you didn't like from Team Ninja.
Yeah.
The previous year.
Yeah.
Which was one of some variation of all those letters that are.
I did
Wukong,
not like that
Wu
game.
Chang. And it's like there's all three of them. And it's just like we gotta take it easy with the Wu. I think.
Yeah. And also Wukong was just so fantastic.
Yeah.
One of the best games that came out last year, easily. And so it's just like, I just don't like the whole Chinese aesthetic and things like that. Like the way that this game looked, like the screenshots that I've seen or it in action. I'm just like, I'll just go play Wukong. Like unless it's doing something that's like, and I've heard that that's the big knock on this thing, is that it is very much like a
Dark Souls 2.
by the numbers Souls-like experience. And we're getting into fatigue territory here for me, where it's like, I don't want to say it's necessarily like Ubisoft open world fatigue yet, but we're creeping towards that for me, where it's like, unless you're doing some fucking real good shit, or your name is Miyazaki and you're putting one of these out, I'm probably gonna pass.
I would say, it's Lies of P that is the one you should go play anyway. Like it would never be I would never tell you should go play this, especially after working through the New Game Plus, because I'm just more of a fan than ever that thing is the one that if you're ever looking to do it. And that one is
unique.
That one's pretty fucking unique.
Yeah, right. It's super unique. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm like completely done with the genre necessarily, but there was a time where there wasn't a lot of these coming out, and now like I feel like Sony's last State of Play, half of it was fucking Souls likes from China that look virtually the same, and it's just like
you played the Kazan. What was it?
First Berserker Kazan.
First,
yeah, and that game was good. I didn't finish it, but it was good. I mean, I know people really like it and are really into it. But I also didn't think that thing was like extraordinarily unique when we're talking about these types of games, right? So yeah, I don't know. I am that way with video games. Like, you gotta bring in something that's fairly unique, like, for me.
Destructible environments.
Yeah, that's fairly unique.
The only I want to go back to Donkey Kong just for a quick second. The only thing it doesn't have is like physics, in that the stuff you're destroying doesn't have physics. It doesn't tip over.
Sure. Yeah.
That would be the only thing, right? Like, if there's a Bananza 2, some physics could be really fucking wild.
There are some not tip over physics. Like, I know what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
like you can like take out the underneath of something. It doesn't fall down.
Right. Yeah. No, that definitely
would change the fucking game.
Holy shit, that would be even crazier. But like where it's at now, it's crazy. So yes, if like you got like a structure and like destroyed the foundation of it and it just like completely fell down, oh my god,
on poor Donkey.
Yeah, poor Donkey and Pauline. I don't know.
All right, I think that's gonna do it. That is episode 157. 157. If you're enjoying the show, come and join the Discord. There should be a link in the show notes for that, or you can go over onto YouTube, and in our bio there should be a link for that. That's gonna do it. Take it easy, guys.